The laughter in the schoolyard masked something sinister. A group of bullies had found their next target, a quiet black student who just wanted to fit in. They mocked him, shoved his books to the ground, and laughed like they were untouchable. But what they didn't know, this boy wasn't just anyone, and when his father found out, their world was about to be turned upside down. Michael was used to being the new kid. His father moved the family often, always keeping a low profile. But this time Michael hoped things would be different. He just wanted to make friends, to blend in. Yet, from the moment he walked into the school, he felt the stares, whispers, and sneers from kids who thought he didn't belong. At first, he ignored them, until the teasing turned to something more. One boy tripped him in the hallway. Another snatched his backpack, dumping its contents on the floor. The laughter stung, but Michael kept his head down. He had no idea these bullies were about to make the worst mistake of their lives. Lunchtime was the worst. Michael sat alone, pretending not to hear the whispers and the cruel laughter from across the cafeteria. But today, the bullies wanted more than just words. One strolled over, snatching Michael's lunch and dumping it onto the floor. "Oops," he smirked as the others laughed. Michael clenched his fists but didn't react. He had learned to pick his battles. But then, another boy shoved him from behind, hard. He stumbled, barely catching himself before hitting the ground. More laughter, more mocking, and then 3 words that made the entire cafeteria go silent. "You don't belong." The words stung, sharper than any shove. He turned, eyes burning. But before he could speak, one of the bullies grabbed his collar. "What are you going to do about it?" Michael didn't answer. He didn't have to. Because across town, his father's phone buzzed, a message that would change everything. The cafeteria doors burst open. A tall man in a tailored black suit strode in, swallowing the room's laughter instantly. The bullies froze. The air turned thick with unease. Michael's father. He walked past the stunned students without a word, his polished shoes clicking against the floor. His gaze locked onto the boy gripping Michael's collar. One glance, sharp, cold, unreadable, was enough to make the bully's hand drop. The other kids, who had been so bold moments ago, shrank back. "I hear you think." "My son doesn't belong," his father finally said, his voice calm and measured, too calm. The silence was suffocating. The bullies exchanged nervous glances, realizing they had made a mistake. A big one. The cafeteria staff stood frozen, unsure whether to intervene. But they wouldn't have dared, because this wasn't just any father. And as he took one step closer, the lead bully's bravado crumbled. His lips parted, searching for an excuse, an apology, something. But it was too late. At that moment, he understood that Michael's father wasn't a man to be messed with. The lead bully swallowed hard, his face pale. Michael's father didn't have to raise his voice or make threats. His presence alone spoke volumes. He leaned in slightly, his tone steady but firm. "Respect isn't given by color. It's earned by character. Remember that." The bullies nodded, too afraid to speak. One by one they slinked away, their laughter gone, their arrogance shattered. The cafeteria, once filled with taunts, now buzzed with hushed whispers. Michael looked at his father, tall, unshaken. This wasn't just about putting bullies in their place. It was about something more significant. About how some people would always judge before they knew you. Silence in the face of injustice was just as dangerous as cruelty. As they walked, out together, Michael felt something shift. The fear was still there, but so was something stronger. Pride, strength, and the understanding that he wasn't alone in this fight. The real question wasn't whether people like those bullies would ever change, but whether the world would keep letting them get away with it.